The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
What is she doing? I never know what she's doing back there.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And we are back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. In about 10 minutes, we'll have Cal Baptist head coach Rick Croy join us live on the show. The Lancers are off to another great start. Couple days off to enjoy Christmas with their families, then back at it against Simpson University.
O.J. Simpson University!
Oh, man.
Go O.J. Simpson!
He's out. He's out of jail. He could be listening to the show right now.
He is his university.
Oh, Simpson from Redding, California. God's country.
Oh, God's country. Redding, California. O.J. Simpson!
Hey, well, UC Riverside had a big win last night against Valparaiso. And it was a lot of fun to call. There was some great plays, some big three-pointers. DJ Sylvester was flying around. DK had a career high. I had such a great time. I looked over at Jeff. Jeff, you were almost asleep last night. What was going on with you?
Man, we've been talking. We talked for like 6 hours yesterday. And it got to that 5.5 hours mark. And I just looked over and I was watching Valpo shoot like...
You were zoned out like a little kid.
Yeah, 4% from the field or whatever it was from the three-point line. I was like, in my head, I'm going, I hate these guys. These guys are from Indiana, and they can't shoot a lick. I'm picturing Hickory High School.
French lick, Larry Bird.
Yeah, I'm picturing, a guy out there working on a shot against the wall of the barn.
Yeah, no barns. They're working on shots.
These guys were throwing up, their point guard was throwing up shots, and it was horrible. So I kind of was dozing off a little bit. Yeah, I zoned off. I zoned out, and then Pep, during the break, goes, hey, we were on the air. I go, yeah, I know. I almost fell asleep. It was really bad. Yeah.
I got fired up. I was like, Dikymbe Martin drives to the rack, the basket, and the foul. UCR goes on top by 10, and I pause for Jeff to jump in there.
Crickets. That's what it was. But no,
Silence.
I got in a mode to just kind of watch. I've never had that.
You were watching. I kept. DJ Sylvester finishes the alley-oop. Highlanders go up by double digits.
And crickets. It was just.
And then there's Jeff.
There it is, right there. Yeah, seriously.
Like, Jeff, we're still on, dude. We're still broadcasting over here.
And then, no joke, you're gonna laugh at this. I feel like such a ding dong. Okay, I'm driving home after the game, right? And I'm talking to a couple. I call Mark Gard, my buddy over at Hoopa Valley, and I say, hey, I just talked for 6 straight hours. And then he goes, well, maybe you should start drinking hot water with lemon in it and honey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I'm not doing that. That makes me sound like the biggest ding-dong in the world. Hey, excuse me, can I have some hot water and some honey, please, with a little lemon?
There's Jeff the diva. Can't do a basketball game without his hot water.
And then he's like, maybe you shouldn't talk until like noon. I go, man, if I'm doing all that, it's not that hard to talk. I look at these movie stars that make millions and millions of dollars, and they're like always fit, and like perfect, like chiseled. That's all they do. They're liars, for one, because they're never themselves. They have to play somebody.
They have personal trainers, nutritionists, personal chefs.
They get to kiss different people all the time, it sounds like, in Hollywood. It sounds crazy. But then I'm looking at myself. I go, man, I'm not I have kids at home. I got to talk all the time. But it did hit me a little bit yesterday. We talked for like 6 hours. I was just talking to you with headphones.
No. I talked for 6 hours.
I dozed off.
You talked for about 5.5.
But I dozed off a little bit. But man, it was really hard. My voice today is a little cracking. But if you ever see me or hear me, my buddy John Ramey, he said, he used to go, oh yeah, just drink some hot water and some honey.
Diva Jeff.
And Gazal's the same way. You know what, guys? Your voice, it's not an instrument. It's just a voice. Toughen up, man.
Chance Murray from downtown buries it. Jeff.
Yeah, it was the first time ever I've done that. And man, today I was like, oh man, I had to, I didn't talk until 12. I had a chalkboard, and my kids are talking to me. Neither one of them though can read. 4-year-old and the 1-year-old goes, what's Dad doodling up there? What is he saying? Don't talk to me. My voice is rough.
I got 5.5 hours of talking.
I got to talk again. Tomorrow night we got a 6-hour marathon too.
Yeah, we got UC Merced in town. Hey, so we had Valparaiso, and Rick Smits, right, NBA legend, was in the house. His son plays for Valparaiso.
His son, what's his son's name?
Derek.
Looks like Rick. Plays like Jimmy.
Bail Organa. No, I was looking up the Indiana Pacers team from 99 to 2000 that went to the NBA Finals. They lost against the Lakers, but Rick Smits was a key part of that team. So here's that Indiana Pacers team. So Rick Smits, 7'4" center, right? He was the big man leading the way on the front court. Listen to their team. They had a pretty good team. They also had Jalen Rose, the big smooth Sam Perkins. Remember Sam Perkins? Chris Mullen was on that team. He didn't play very much, but Chris Mullen was on that team. A lot of left-handers
on that team.
Derek McKee, Mark Jackson, right? I know current guys would be like, "Yeah, didn't that guy coach the Golden State Warriors?" Yes, that's the same Mark Jackson. He was a point guard a long time ago.
All-time leading assists.
Dale Davis, Austin Crocier, Travis Best. I mean, that's not a bad team.
Too many left-handed guys on that team, though. That's why they couldn't win.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm telling you, as a coach, if I had more than one left-handed guy, I cut the other guy. I didn't want two lefties on my team ever.
And, of course, Reggie Miller, the pride of Riverside Poly High School. So the Riverside guy, Reggie Miller, he was averaging 18 per season. Jalen Rose was averaging 18 per season, and Rick Smits at 13. So that was your big three for the Indiana Pacers.
Was he wearing some big jeans and some Ross shoes?
Ross. He's like, "Hey, guys, I just came straight from Ross. Just bought whatever they had."
That's all I could think last night when we were looking at that big 7'4" guy who's wearing jeans that were up to my neck if I had put them on.
You're like, what is Rick Smits doing with those bright green Avias, those bright green LA Gears? Like, is that the only thing you could find at Ross?
I thought he was a millionaire.
I didn't know they still sold British Knights. I mean, where did he get those?
I thought he was a millionaire. Come on, his hair was all disheveled. It looked like you said, he was wrestling hogs. It was embarrassing, man.
Oh, man.
He was a shell of his former self. He looked like his son.
He did. Actually, he still looked tall.
He's tall. Really? You can lose.
He was still tall.
Yeah, you can lose being tall.
He was still tall. But what I'm saying is he stuck out like a sore thumb. He was still tall, and you could pick him out of a crowd.
Speaking of thumbs, people say now that I've gained weight and I'm bald, I look like a thumb. Yeah, I've heard that. My wife, we've been talking all week about my wife liking all these hot guys. Maybe she likes thumbs.
You look like a thumb?
I look like a thumb.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, I look like...
if you grew your hair out...
What do you mean?
I'm looking at your head.
It would look like a cul-de-sac. It would be horrible. I'd look like a creepy clown.
Could you grow it out just to see what it would look like?
No, I'd have a comb over. Look like my 7th or my 10th grade science teacher.
I'm just curious. So your hair was blonde or black?
No, blonde. That was dude. Anybody that knew me, I had hair like Thor. I was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I used to pull the ladies. I'm telling you, there was a time in my life I didn't look like this thumb.
You look like a big thumb.
I am a big thumb.
Intern Cullen's back as well. Can we get him a microphone? You guys, what's going on over here? Like Transformers, like all these different microphones going in different directions and arms.
I don't like this other mic. It smells and it's funky.
It's not as cool, but
no, I have to hold it.
Cullen was going to cover a big Riverside Poly, Redlands East Valley soccer match today. Those are two heavyweights in high school soccer.
Kickball.
But there was no game, Cullen?
There was nothing. There was nobody. It was just... There's a couple guys out there tossing the football around, and I'm like, Pep must have told me the wrong school. Like it's gotta be Pep's fault. It's gotta be. Okay, so Pep, you've taught me a lot of things. I distinctly remember a time
kissing his ass.
We went to Cajon to cover a basketball game, and there was a leak.
Oh, I do remember this story.
Of the gym, and I remember you telling me whenever you go someplace, you can't come back empty-handed.
Yes. Good job.
So I'm okay, I can't come back empty-handed. Game's canceled. I'm looking for a coach. I'm looking for something. I'm like, shoot. So I'm like, I can't come back empty-handed. So I went to the grocery store and got some snacks. I came back with Cheez-Its. I did not come back empty-handed.
Is that what the joke was here?
I didn't know that, but yeah, that is a lesson I told Cullen. If you're out on an assignment, don't come back empty-handed. I had to learn that the hard way.
You've done that?
Well, I went out to it was a high school baseball game. It was Central Valley against West Valley. This was at
By the way, hey, like last night?
Yeah. Then there's Jeff.
You lost me at Central Valley.
Central Valley, where are they? The Falcons and the West Valley Eagles. They had a high school baseball game, and it got canceled. And I came back to the TV station, and my boss said, "Hey, where's the highlights?" And I said, "Oh, well, they canceled the game." He's like, "Well, what'd you get?" I'm like, "I got nothing." He's like, "You don't come back with nothing. We got to have something for the news that night. What are we going to put on ABC 7 that night? On KRCR?" It's like, "I got nothing." He's like,
Just dirt. That's all there is.
I got Jeff Gorham sleeping in the corner. You want video of that? That's all I got.
That's good video, man.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's the head coach of the Cal Baptist men's basketball team, the great Rick Croy. That's next on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Zed, the door locks are gone and the treaty is signed.
Good work.
Zed, what about that position you promised me?
Still working on the Alien Affirmative Action Program. I'll keep you posted.
Wait a minute, that's not what you promised me.
You're breaking up.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
And we are back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're coming in strong, 25 minutes still to go. And we're going to go big here, Jeff, as we close out this show with the head basketball coach at Cal Baptist University, the great Rick Croy. And naturally, Coach Croy, my first question for you is, for the man who has everything like Coach Croy,
he does.
What do you ask for Christmas? What does Coach Croy want for Christmas this year?
Just a good break with the family. The season can get a little crazy, so we just enjoy some time off, try and get up to the snow for a day, and just kick back and gear up for a big second half of the season.
I thought he was going to say, I want a bigger arena.
No, we got everything we asked for in that one.
Yes, you did.
We got Coach Croy on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. CBU off to a 9-2 start overall, 3-1 in Pac-West Conference play. Coach, we wouldn't expect anything less. CBU off to another great start. What have you liked through the first 11 games of the season by your Lancers? And maybe on the flip side, some things that you want to see improved?
Well, I think we're getting better. You know, we came out of the gates playing really well, and then went through some Marquise Mosley, our point guard for his ACL. So we had to slide Jordan heading over from the 2 to 1, and Jordan's really improving and has embraced his new role with the group. But that took a little bit of time. But I think we're really starting to improve these last couple of weeks. We have a very unselfish group. We have great senior leadership. So a lot to look forward to as we get ready to compete in January.
Well, you already touched on it. That's exactly where I was going, as Jordan Heading's handling the ball at the point right now with Marquise Mosley out. And you said he's adjusting on the fly and doing a great job for this team. So that's one of those things where, as a head coach, it's about adjustments. It's about having guys slip into new roles and doing different things like that. And do you think that's the sign of a true championship team, when you can have guys maybe get out of their comfort zone maybe a little bit, or do something that they're normally not asked to do, and being able to do it well?
Yeah, I think the season rarely goes the way you think it will. If you set your vision maybe in July or August, usually by September or October, definitely by November, there's usually one or two pieces that have changed. And, we certainly didn't anticipate Marquise came into camp in incredible shape and was ready to lead this team. But Heading's moved over, and he can do the job. He's a great passer, but he's had to learn to kind of quarterback the team. And that's it definitely takes a little bit of time. There's a difference between being a good passer and being a good point guard. and we've had great point guard play up to our tenure at CDU. And we think Heading's more than capable of leading us to probably, we think he can lead us to a place we've never been before. So we're really excited about his improvement.
Well, Coach, we haven't seen Alex Wright this season. I know he's redshirting for you, but what has his progression so far been as a redshirt freshman?
Well, he's grown, and we hope when we were recruiting him, we had hope for that. He's gone from about 6'3" to probably at the end of his senior year he was 6'3", and he's about 6'5" now. He's put on about 15 pounds, and he's learning the game. He's going against a better athlete every day. It's the first time that he's really been consistent in the weight room. So he's gotten a lot stronger. But I think he's got a passion for it. It's very important to him to be a good player. He's going to be a great competitor. So it's fun to watch those guys get better every day. And sometimes when you're around them every day, you don't see it. But we've had other people that have come in to watch us practice, and they comment on his growth, both physically, and mentally, and his approach to the game.
We got Rick Croy here on the line on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, a big milestone for your big man, Callie Dioff, over 1,000 points now in his Cal Baptist career. In a time and an era right now where a lot of teams like to run up and down the floor and they score a lot of points, Callie Dioff's a big man that can do a lot of different things. What do you think makes him a special player for you on this Lancer team?
Well, he's really developed. We talk about that all the time in our program. You have to recruit well, and you got to get guys that really want to be at CBU, but you also have to develop players, and we take great pride in our player development. And Callie's one of those guys, a lot like Mike Smith, who Mike was good as a freshman, really good as a sophomore, great as a junior, and exceptional as a senior. And that's kind of what Callie's done. He was solid for us as a sophomore, transferred in from Alaska Anchorage, but he's just continued to get better, and he's doing that right now. He's always been able to score the ball, but now he's rebounding the ball really, really well. And he's defending at a much higher level as well. And he's also shown a lot of leadership. So, we're enjoying every game we get to compete with him. It's not going to be too much longer before he's walking across the stage, and it's senior night. So you learn to appreciate your seniors while you got them.
Hey, Coach, has your coaching technique or things that you do, have they changed over time now that you've been at Cal Baptist several years now? And has anything changed about the way you approach coaching a team or adjusting to maybe the guys that you have specifically on the roster to their talents? Does anything change from year to year?
Yeah, I think we try to make changes, especially with the basketball piece of it. Like you were mentioning, when we first got the job in 2013, we didn't throw the ball in the post at all. We played off-dribble penetration, and we had a lot of guys that could really drive it and push it and play off the dribble. And 5 years later, it wasn't intentional or anything. You just try and get the best character guys that you can get, and the best character group we can get right now is a team that we're good in the post. We try and play off the pass. I think we're averaging the most assists per game in the Pac-West Conference at almost 18, so that number's really up for us. So you try and play to the strengths of your personnel, but the one thing that you try and keep consistent is the culture, and that's a culture of selflessness, guys that want to play for each other, and then guys that want to improve their work ethic. Every season, from fall to winter to spring to summer, guys that really want to be good players and pour in for CBU. So those are kind of the covenants that don't change. And then, the basketball piece, you try and stay nimble and flexible based on the strengths of the personnel.
Well, your next game is December 30th against Simpson University from Reading. with Christmas break now, how do you handle that in terms of, do you let the guys go home? When do they come back? Because you probably want a couple days of practice before you play that next game on the 30th. So how do you handle that when there's a break? Because obviously these guys, if they're from out of the area, they want to see their family, they want to go home, they want to have Christmas with their parents and family members and whatnot. So how do you handle that as a head coach? You're in the middle of basketball season, so obviously you guys are trying to stay on a plan as you're building towards another conference championship, but also realizing that they're still kids at heart and they still want to see their families.
Yeah, Division II, NCAA Division II makes it's probably the best model in terms of the Christmas break. They mandate a 7-day window where the players are off from all practice and competition and even meetings. And it's really probably the best way to do it, because there's no reason that you can't take that break. The guys have earned it. They poured it in the classroom and on the court. It's good for them to be able to go home, see their families, and they really come back with a renewed spirit and energy. When we get to Division I, it's a little bit different. There is no mandate. And I can remember years when I was coaching at UC Riverside or St. Mary's where we played on December 23rd and had to fly back, and then, next thing you know, you're playing a conference game on December 28th, and the coaches are uptight and a little bit anxious, and that kind of, that finds its way to the players, and they don't get much of a break. So this is really the best model, so we're really, really blessed that the NCAA has instituted that. And then next year, we'll have to make our adjustments based on what we think is best for our schedule. Right now, I know we're scheduled to play on the road next year on December 19th, and then we don't play again until the 28th. So the guys will get a nice break. But what's nice about this right now is nobody feels anxious in regards to what anyone else is doing. It's not like anyone else is getting an advantage on you. So it makes it really easy to give these guys, the allotted time off.
Yeah, that Division II model. It sounds like it makes complete sense in terms of it's a level playing field. Everyone just kind of shuts it down at the same time, and then everyone goes back to work at the same time and has those games. So I'm just curious, Coach, you brought up the Division I schedule. Is that public knowledge yet, who you guys have scheduled for next year? Is there certain schools that you could name drop who we might see in Riverside next year at CBU?
Not yet. We're getting there. It's scheduling is such a moving target, and until the most of them right now are verbal commitments, and neither school, it's kind of an unwritten rule that you don't comment on it until the contracts are signed. But we're getting there. I think we'll be able to announce our schedule much sooner than we were able to last year, and it's actually gone. It's been a little bit better than we thought. The Division I scheduling can be tough when you're transitioning, but I think our arena has really helped, and obviously the support that we get from our administration. I think people recognize that, and they recognize that CBU wants to make this transition the right way, and so we're really excited about the schedule.
So we expect Duke, North Carolina, Syracuse, UCLA.
That's right, Jeff.
All playing at your arena next year.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, Coach Croy, Merry Christmas. We always appreciate the time. Enjoy a couple days off, and we'll see you again on December 30th as you guys take on Simpson University at the new Event Center on campus.
Everything you guys are doing for CBU and sports in general in the IE. So thank you guys. Merry Christmas.
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
Coach.
you, Coach Croy. We appreciate it. Have a great Christmas break.
Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Coach Croy, as we go inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling, the one and only Coach Croy. I didn't know that at the Division II level that they had a mandated time off. No practice, no meetings, no nothing.
That's pretty cool because
it makes sense, though, doesn't it? It does.
It's as a coach, it splits your and as players, it splits your season up in two halves. And a lot of times guys get burned out right around Christmas. I mean, I got burned out right around this time. So maybe it gives them time to kind of recharge their batteries, get away from the game, get away from your coaches, get away from everybody, just to kind of focus in on yourself and kind of get back after the 2 weeks.
Yeah, a well-deserved break, and you come back just in time for conference play, right?
Yeah,
You're refreshed, ready to go. It's kind of like a new season all over again. So that was head coach Rick Croy from Cal Baptist University breaking down their 9-2 start, and back in action December 30th. One more home game before we hit the new year against Simpson University at the new
O.J. Simpson!
From Reading, man.
Oh, sorry.
I think they're the Red Hawks now. All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. We'll get you all set for Gonzaga taking on San Diego State right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This is the one and only Inland Sports Show. We'll be right back.
And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
I beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning...
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Watch the best of our iHeartRadio Music Festival Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th at 8 p.m. on the CW KTLA 5. From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE 1350 AM KUBE Riverside.
I just wanted to say that I'm a nerd. And I'm here tonight to stand up for the rights of other nerds.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Oh, what a show. It's been a great Thursday here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff, you have been great. Are you awake over there?
Wait, what's going on? Hey, oh, hey.
We're almost done.
All right, in our first hour here, yeah.
Going back to our UC Riverside basketball game last night. It was action-packed. The Highlanders got a big win against Valparaiso, a team that made the NCAA tournament a bunch of times. In '98, went to the Sweet 16, had an iconic moment. I was all fired up for the Valpo versus UCR game. So many great plays. And I'd say, Dikymbe Martin drops the 3, career-high 30 points. Jeff!
Yeah, what's going on over there?
It's like, oh, we're still playing. It's not over.
The game, they shot 4 for 32
Jeff,
from the
you were
three-point line.
sleepwalking through the second half of that game.
Valpo shot 32 threes and made 4, and they were in the last minute and a half of the game.
Are you telling me they shot you to sleep?
They shot me to death.
They were so bad shooting the basketball, you went to sleep. Like counting sheep.
I was near death. I was all excited to see Rick Schmidt's son plays like Jimmy. It was, and then,
all those bricks. Like counting
man.
sheep just put you to sleep.
It was not my fantasy. You know, I always picture these Indiana teams like Hickory and Hoosiers hitting shots. Larry Bird, Larry Legend.
No.
Then you had Valpo. Take off the V, buddy. Take off that V. It was dog food. It was Alpo.
The show's been brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by their great customer service and low prices. They're right there off Alessandro Boulevard. Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, taking care of all your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets and embroidery and baseball helmets. KenSportingGoods.com. What are you talking about? They do have baseball helmets, Jeff, for your big bald thumb head.
I look like a thumb.
Hey, you look like a sleepy thumb over there.
I'm a sleepy thumb.
Boost performance training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass, bringing experience and passion and commitment to grooming great athletes. Check out boosttrainingsystems.com. And finally, Catalano Motors in Corona off Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, you can trade, you can finance that new-to-you car or truck. Make that car shopping experience a good one. And if you'd like to be a sponsor on our show, the Inland Sports Show, we got a little bit of room, but you got to hurry. Send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. That's inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. Please tell your family and friends it's because of you that we can keep this thing going.
And I would like burger joints. If you're a burger joint or a burrito place, you need to sponsor us on our show, on this great show.
You just want food.
I know. I'm on a diet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go home and eat some spaghetti and meatballs and
an Italian feast. Hey, we should talk about the Italian feast tomorrow. There's a couple local football coaches that want to have a Italian food cook-off on this show, on the Inland Sports Show.
Billy Cardosi. He's a true Italian.
Coming up next, it's Gonzaga and your San Diego State Aztecs. 7 o'clock tip-off right here on Fox Sports IE. As for the Inland Sports Show, we'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock. It's the one and only right here on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
That's going to do it for all of us here at Channel 4 News. You stay classy, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter?
The Inland Empire's